we're just gonna have a little discussion on a little bit of piece of news that we found out. Justice League is coming out November 17th. It's almost here. Can't stop hearing shit. Yeah. it's like let's get it. Let's watch this movie and get it over and done with. But can't stop hearing shit. So
and all we really want to see is Black Panther. We don't want to see all these other movies.
Well, I want to see Justice League. I mean, I've been waiting on this, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad.
Everything is so saturated with Justice League right now, and the movie still isn't out yet. Like everywhere you look, such and such has this to say about the plot. Such and such has this to say about this, that. And I'm like, stop telling me about the movie and show me the movie.
Yeah, and I got a bad feeling about this one, dog.
You ain't the only one.
And I don't want to sound cliched like the Star Wars little saying. I got a bad feeling about this, but I do, man. It's just too much shit surrounding this movie. I feel like it can't be good.
The hoops they had to go through just to finish it.
Right, that and now, okay, so this the news. It's they came out the runtime, and it's not really news, but it kind of give you cause to pause though, because it's under 2 hours. Now you just had a movie, you just made BVS 3 hours. And then they cut it down 2.5, and they cut out the important plot details to fuck up the damn movie. So Warner Brothers said, "Hey, we wanted 2 hours so we can show more on more screenings. So that means it's trash. They just trying to get as many as they can." That's what I feel.
Because anytime a decision is made to expand visibility, that means that they're taking out the good stuff just to shoehorn it into places it probably shouldn't be in the first place.
Because I'm thinking like 2 hours. This is shorter than any Avengers movie, any other movie they had.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours and no, it's 1 hour and 98. I mean 1 hour and
19.
Yeah, 119 minutes. I'm sorry.
119.
So it's not quite. Is that including the credits? So that means that shit is actually an hour and 50 minutes.
Now,
credits be like 10 minutes.
Now, some people are looking at that and saying, okay, good, I don't have to clear my schedule just to see the movie. But keep in mind, that's all plot. So all that plot is being taken out. They're going to try to make this all action throughout the whole way. All the plot got took out. All the character stuff got took out. There's nothing but explosions and Aquaman going, yeah. Like, that's all this movie is going to be.
Now, I'm going to flip it, though. I'm going to flip it. Because this can be good. Now, some movies that's just too goddamn long. I'll give you an example, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a part A and part B because hour and 40 minutes in, it seemed like the movie was over and then another movie started.
Yeah.
And you still in the same movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You need intermission on some shit like that. Now, I'm thinking, I'm done right. You can get this movie and give you everything you need in that 2 hours if done right.
I'm
saying, you think you can't get a good movie in 2 hours?
You can, but they don't have a wide margin for error on that, and they haven't really shown themselves to be eminently capable.
You just don't think they can do it.
I don't think they can do it. That's the problem. Like I'm sure that it's possible with the right team.
I done seen some good movies that's under 2 hours now.
Like I've seen some damn good movies at an hour 20 before, but
yeah.
It's got to be the right movie with the right people telling the right story.
Yeah, I mean the pacing got to be on point.
Like you can't fuck up at any time.
And then when you got an action movie, you got to blend the action with the drama. So, I mean, it's a task.
It's an ensemble cast.
I feel like, and also it was Zack Snyder did it, so I feel like they cut a lot.
Yeah,
I bet this movie a mess.
I mean, because we've got 5 protagonists.
I just started thinking about it. But right, that's another thing. You got so many characters, yet you only gave yourself less than 2 hours.
So you got to find someone.
So they're not going to give nobody no for real. Which might be that might be a good thing, because if it was going to be longer, they would have lingered on some dumb shit for so long.
Yeah,
they could be they could be helping themselves out, or Warner Brothers can be like, hey, get this under 2 hours. So they could have been like, oh yeah, we wanted to make this touching moment. So okay, we got to cut all that out. We got to cut all that out.
I mean,
and that might be for
I
the
will
best.
say we don't really need too much on Batman and Wonder Woman on this.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
We got them. We got their movies.
And limiting the amount of time we get for Cyborg's sob story might help. Because there's going to
See, that's the one we don't know too much about. Cyborg and Aquaman and Flash.
Yeah.
So they got to give them somewhat of origin stories.
So, but like, I think this might force
They
them
can
to
do it quick though.
This might force them to be a little more choosy on what they show for those characters. So I can see how that might come out to be a good thing.
Yeah.
And then we still had to find a way to talk about Steppenwolf and Darkseid.
Yeah. Now I bet you I got the villain. I think he's just gonna be another stock villain. Because that's what it's shaping up to be to me. Same.
Yeah.
It looked like the same as fucking Ares.
Yeah.
And the Wonder Woman, which that was the only bad part about that movie. So I don't know. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's like I'm on the fence about this because it can be good that it's only 2 hours. Because you can take a movie that's 2.5 hours where you can be like, man, they could have left like 30 minutes of that out. And that's the 30 minutes if you know what 30 minutes to leave out.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But I mean, because all of this is still supposed to be, at least before before DC started backtracking on their plans going forward with their cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm.
This was all still supposed to be basically Avengers 1.
Yeah.
This was their answer to Avengers 1, which means this is still lead up. And so
Well, that's why they start off with Steppenwolf.
yeah.
And it's a lead up to Darkseid, which wasn't a bad idea. They got the characters, they got the story. The mother boxes are the same as the Infinity Gems.
Right.
I mean, you got the characters, you got the story.
So you got your mid boss, you got your MacGuffin with the mother boxes. This is all going to lead up into the larger conflict, but at the same time, if the tone is wrong on this, then no one's going to care.
Man, I hope it's good, man.
And that's the thing. DC has kind of backed themselves into a corner where they have to hit 9 out of 10.
Yeah, they need a home run. They can't get a base hit. They need a home run.
This movie can't just be good. It has to be great and it has to be right.
Yeah, I mean, but they did good with Wonder Woman, so it ain't like they coming off. It's just that Wonder Woman was just making up some
Wonder Woman put them back in the game.
Yeah.
But that's all it did. It got them back in the game. They still have to hit it out the park.
Yeah. So I mean,
don't get me wrong. Their animated stuff has been excellent for years now.
Yeah.
But this is a different game.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But staying on topic, the length of the movie. What is the problem with? I mean, is that? Do you think
it could make or break this movie? Right.
So do you feel like it is?
I'm not confident. I am the tenuous confidence that I was starting to get in this picture has definitely been shaken by this.
I know, and because it's everything that's been coming out, it's like, damn,
yeah,
everything coming out make you say. Shaking your head like, wow, what's going on now?
Y'all already know I wasn't too optimistic about this picture in the first place. I want to see these characters. I want to see their stories get told, but the sheer number of shakeups that have happened throughout the making of this movie, and now finding out that all this has been done and the movie is only
under 2 hours.
Under 2 hours. Like that is just that is worrying and a half, man. Like,
I really think, and this is my opinion, I really think Warner Brothers just want to get more shown.
Yeah.
Because under 2 hours you can get a lot more showings.
Yeah.
And that first week you're gonna do a lot of money because they ain't gotta wait. Because that's the reason why they cut up the first one.
Right.
Because it was 3 hours and they was like, no, that's gonna take too long. So
lowest downtime between showings. But even then, I get the money mindedness there, but at some point,
part of me feel like the reason why they doing that is because they saw the product and they know, oh, this is not good.
Exactly.
We got to get the most money we can quick.
And that's the concept that worries me. So like, if they're scrambling trying to squeeze as much money out of this movie as they can,
Right.
they may not have any confidence in it either.
But you know how much they spent on it too, because on the reshoots they end up spending a lot more money than they should have spent.
Right. And that's the stuff that's really worrying me on this picture is so many of the decisions that they're making seem like they're scrambling trying to go into recovery mode. Every month something goes irrevocably wrong with this movie and they got scrambled to fix it. And this is all, keep in mind, this is all on the back of a drastic amount of reshoots, a complete reworking of the movie.
Yeah, with a whole new director. And we ain't talking about a director that's like a second unit director. We talking about a major director.
And he's not coming in to finish someone else's work. He came in and made his movie.
Yeah, it looked like he redid a lot of his work.
Like that's terrifying. The sheer idea is like you can't, like, especially think of some of the folks that came in on this movie. They came in with the script in mind. The script has been changed. The shooting schedule has been extended. Scenes that they thought were done aren't getting in the movie.
I know. I wish once we see this, now the Warner Bros. Probably locked in the vote. I want to see the original Zack Snyder cut. Yeah. I just was just curious. After I see this though, now if I love it and I'm cool and I don't need to see that, I'm good. If I see this, I got a feeling it might be just okay. That's why I strongly feel like they did what they could and they cleaned it up enough to make it passable.
Because one way or another, I feel like this is going to be a loss for DC because, like I said, it can't just be an okay movie. Mm-hmm. Like if they're going to keep this going, and they might not, they may be washing their hands of the whole idea of it. But if they're going to keep this, joint universe thing going, they had to hit this one out of the park. Now granted, they got plans to make all these standalone films, and they can just go all in on that. It's worked very well for them in the past, but if this isn't a great movie, if this doesn't, change the game, then this might be the end of Justice League going forward.
Yeah, this is it, bro. Like if they don't have success, then I think they're gonna pull the plug on DC. Yeah. And I hate to hear that, man, because I really looking forward to it. Because I'm telling you like this: if Thor Ragnarok ain't good, then I'm not cool on Marvel. I'm kind of looking at DC like, okay, I've seen enough from them. Let me see what you got.
The throne is open.
Yeah.
If y'all got what it takes to take the throne, then they may have a shot. If Thor don't, because Guardians, I don't care what anybody say, Guardians was garbage. Guardians 2 was garbage. So if Thor is just some of that same brand of bullshit, and DC got something in Justice League, then it's their game to lose.
Yep. That is true, man, and we'll see. Like I was a little worried, but I think I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. Yeah. It's like, can you make? Because you haven't heard of any of these movies be under like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
There's so much you got to get into these movies.
Like at least 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Like just to excuse how unique all these characters are. Like you can't just, like Cyborg can't just show up and be a cyborg.
Booyah! Right, but see, you know what? He's part of the mother box now or whatever.
So I think he's a plot device now.
I think right, but I think his story kind of interesting to me. Just I seen another little TV spot or whatever, and they were just showing him trying to cope with being a fucking robot.
The way Cyborg is now, plot-wise, he's more compelling because he ties into the plot because he's part of the mother box.
Right.
But he already has one of the more basic, compelling plots of, am I more man than machine?
Right. So think about it. If you still got your mind, but you got your whole body's pretty much robot, except for I don't know how much percent of his.
Like I think most of his heart, some of his stomach.
Yeah. Right. So basically like he is RoboCop.
Like he's got some of his like all he's got left is some of his like more like essential organs.
Right. So he basically RoboCop, and it's like coping with that, you know, and
OG RoboCop, not Wigger RoboCop.
So we're gonna wrap up, but I'm on the fence, man. Like I'm not mad at that, but I'm gonna be mad if they don't use all. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta utilize everything.
If I feel like I need more, you know, then I'm gonna be mad. But I'm not mad at that time because I kind of, you know, I like movies that's about 2 hours. I really don't like staying over 2 hours. I really don't like being at the theater for 2.5 hours unless this movie's so good that
because
I had to see it had
the last
to be 2.5
movie we
hours.
saw ran a little bit long.
Yeah, Blade Runner was long as hell, but it was good. So
but you know that's a perfect example of a movie that ran a little over time, but it didn't ruin the movie. You know?
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't have to worry about this one running too short.
And you know what? Short movies, you know, short superhero movies, I don't know how long they was. The first Thor, Green Lantern, like them movies felt short as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, first Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And all those weren't that good. But the point is, those are short. They feel like TV pilots.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things with this genre is because you have to ride the line between telling a comic book story and having a true cinematic event.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it doesn't feel like it, like if you go and see a superhero movie and it feels like it should have been on TV,
yeah,
you know, that's a misstep.
Yeah, I mean, well, they have some missteps.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So the running time for Justice League is 119 minutes.
Yeah,
119 minutes. That's just a little under 2 hours, and I'm guessing that's including the credits. So the actual movie is going to be like it's going to be an hour and 50 minutes. And like I said, that could either be good or it could be bad. Depends on how they use that hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the movie be like an hour and a half and it feel like it's too damn long.
Yeah.
You know, it's just because the movie is so crappy.
Yeah,
you know.
And then when you go and look back at it, nothing happened.
Right. Yeah. So, and then some movies be over 2 hours and then you don't feel it because it's so good. You be into it the whole time. So that's our discussion on the runtime for Justice League. We just thought we'd talk about that a little bit, and it's coming out, so of course you're gonna get that review. So.